First things first, I'm Jenny Sanzo and I am an Associate Executive Director with Monat. I have been with the company, it'll be 5 years for me in March, which is crazy. It's absolutely crazy to me because as you hear my story, I didn't go into this thinking let me get a new career for myself selling shampoo on the internet. I honest to God just wanted to be able to buy some cute shoes. That was really my goal at that moment in time. And it has become so much more than that. So I'm going to share a little bit with how I got started, kind of what my expectations were, what I was hoping to get out of this, what I ended up getting out of it, and then some of the things that I feel like I did that set me up to be successful and that are sort of things that you'd be able to apply to if you're thinking about doing a business like this. And then I'll just get into the nuts and bolts about the company and what makes us different and why you might want to partner with us and do what I do and join our team. So first things first, how did I get started? So it's funny because believe it or not, I didn't have a childhood dream of selling shampoo on the internet. Sure, that's really hard for everybody to imagine. But my background is actually teaching. So I have an undergrad degree in English, and I have an elementary ed master's. So it's funny, when I was in school, I changed my major a couple times just trying to figure things out. And then when I had decided that I was going to get my master's in elementary ed, I had a professor who was like, Jenny, that's a terrible idea. You're gonna hate it. You're too much of an idealist for public education. You should go to Columbia, do a dual master's PhD program and be a professor and do research and lecture, and it'll be great. I was like, no, I'm gonna teach little children to read. It's gonna be wonderful. And he was right, it wasn't wonderful. So when I moved to Rochester, what year was that? So I got married in 2007 at 25. So basically I was like a child bride. Got married at 25, moved to Rochester, changed careers and got pregnant. I figured if you're gonna do a major life change, just do all the major life changes all at once. But I was actually looking into the PhD program at U of R when I found out I was pregnant. And at the time I was an adjunct professor at a community college, and after I did the math, realized that I'd be $40 in the hole every month after I paid for daycare. So that didn't seem like a great plan. So I decided that I was gonna stay home. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. I was gonna be a stay-at-home mom. I was gonna make my own baby food, nurse him till he was 12, toast my own nuts and stuff, we're gonna eat all organic. It was gonna be glorious. And then 10 months into it, I was losing my ever-loving mind. And my best friend was like, Jen, you need a hobby. You're losing it. And it was her brilliant idea that I should start a fashion blog. Now, if you were paying attention earlier, I don't have any fashion experience. I have nothing that would actually qualify me to write a fashion blog other than the fact that I really like to shop and I'm good at putting outfits together and I look cute a lot of the time. I feel like I'm good. That is a skill, I guess. I can make cute outfits, okay? So she, the best friend who's giving me this brilliant idea, actually had a career in fashion. So it was a little bit ironic, but I listened to her because I was craving something that was just mine. And my brain needed stimulation. I just needed something. So it got me writing again, which I always loved, English major thing. And it got me meeting people because I started partnering with local boutiques, local makers, local designers. I was doing these events. It got me out again. And that's how I ended up launching my wardrobe styling business, which I still have. It all kind of started to snowball, and I was able to do it while the kids were napping or at preschool, or I paid my neighbor $10 an hour for 2 hours a day to watch the boys, and that was the time that I would write. And it is amazing what can happen in 2 hours if you are focused. I think about it now and just wonder if I had that sort of laser focus now, what could be accomplished, because I got a lot done in 2 hours a day. But I'm telling you all this for a reason, I promise. So that is how I ended up finding out about Monat. So I was not looking for anything at the time. So I had this blog, I had little kids, I had a business, and the thought of another job was not high on my list. Now, as a blogger, we didn't call them influencers back then, but I guess as an influencer, I was in a bunch of different affiliate relationships with brands. So it was not uncommon for me to post, I don't know, how to style a graphic tee 3 ways, and then I would link to the different things. People would click through and shop. I would get a very small, sad commission from said company. And that was just a way that I monetized my blog, and it was another stream of income. I'm telling you that for a reason, because I got an email from a blog reader that said, I'm a rep for this new naturally based hair care company. Would you be interested in trying it? And if you like it, I would love if you would write about it. I can't really afford to do sponsored content. You know, I'm not looking for much, but just if you love it, if you could give me a shout out, I'm really trying to grow my business. And I was like, oh, isn't she sweet? I'll try her shampoo. And it came, you guys. And I read her sweet note that came in the package with the little samples. And I realized it was a network marketing company. And I went, oh, Jesus, fix it. I just agreed to use this direct sale shampoo. And I use good shampoo. And now I'm going to use this. My hair is going to be crappy. And I'm going to have to tell this nice woman that I can't write about it because my hair is terrible. Spoiler, that's not what happened. So I use this stuff, you guys, and I kid you not, this was back in the olden days when the only samples available were Revive shampoo and Restore leave-in conditioner, okay? That's all I had. Those were the only goods I had. I used this stuff, and it was like it was made with the tears of unicorns, because the difference it made in my hair in one wash was ridiculous. And now, I don't want to set that expectation for everybody out there, because not everybody has a come to Jesus shampoo experience, but I did. Like, it was love at first wash. At the time I had short hair, it was a bob. And I went from like sad, flat on my head bob to like, I mean, my God, people accused me of wearing a wig when I posted the before and after. But I'll get to that in a minute. So I was like, holy crap, the direct sale shampoo is actually good. Who knew? And that was kind of the end of my thinking about that. So I posted a before and after on my Facebook. So not on my actual blog, but on my blog's Facebook page. I posted before and after and say, oh my gosh, you guys just tried this brand new shampoo. It's amazing. Check this out. One wash. And then it was like, I mean, I couldn't even believe the response. It was like ding, ding, ding. Like my phone was, I thought it was going to explode. And everybody was asking me, aside from the couple people who was like, that's a wig. Okay, yes, yeah, that's what I do. I put wigs on and pretend it was a shampoo that I tried, everybody. Come on. So everybody starts asking me where to buy it. So I got a little bit of entrepreneurial spirit in here, right? Like, this is the girl with no fashion experience who started a fashion blog, and no styling experience who started her own styling business that I will say I modeled after the TV show What Not to Wear. Like, legit, that's my business. I modeled it after a TV show. I'm just nicer to people and I don't put it on television. But like, just so you know who you're dealing with here. And I was like, gosh, I don't really even know this woman. If this is like one of those things, she'd probably be happy if I just signed up under her, right? Because people like that. So I went on her website. I did 2.5 minutes solid research, and I signed up as a market partner. And I slapped my link right in the comments, right? And I was like, oh, you can buy it from me. Here's my website. And you guys, I made back my investment the day that I started, because we're not talking astronomical startup costs. It's not an inventory-based company, so you basically just buy the product you want for yourself, and then you have a website and people click through and they shop, and it ships directly from the company to them. So it's not like I was buying like $5,000 worth of shampoo for the basement, you know? Like, it wasn't one of those deals. So I made back my investment right away. So my poor husband gets home from work, and I did that thing that us wives do. If you're married, you know exactly what I mean. And I ambushed the man at the door. Like, he couldn't eat, like, the door cracked open, and I was ready, and I was like, guess what? I sell shampoo on the internet now. And he was just like, oh, how much did that cost me? And I was like, I already made back my investment. And he goes, okay, great. Well, good luck. And that was that. And here's the next thing that happened. And I feel like this is all important because it just lets you see, like, the progress of things. Like I said, like, my goal was not to make a career out of this, guys. It made my hair pretty. The people wanted to buy it. I signed up, and I was thrilled that I was already, like, in the black and didn't lose money. So I was already on cloud 9 that I had made back my investment. I really just, in my head, I was like, well, I want the shampoo anyway, so I'm gonna get a discount. And maybe I can blog about this once a month, do like a hair feature, link to myself. And if I can get a couple $100 a month, and that can be fun money, and I can go to DSW and in the Anthropology sale closet, like, win. It's a win in my book. Like, that was really all I wanted. And I ended up finding so much more than that, and it all happened by accident, because what I did was I posted, and new samples came in the starter kit. So I posted, who wants to try a free sample? Okay? If any of you have a business, you know this is probably not a good idea to offer free things and not quantify them and say, like, I have 5 samples. I'd like some feedback. No. I just put it out there and I go to sleep. And I wake up in the morning to 154 sample requests. And there's, like, enough to sample, I don't know. I don't even remember how many samples came in the kit. I think like 10. It was enough to sample like 10 people came in your starter kit. And I was like, well, crap, I can't even afford to buy more samples to sample. What am I gonna do now? I'm gonna look like an idiot. So my next brilliant idea, I'm gonna build a team. It's one of those things. I'm gonna build a team. I'm gonna do a post. I'm gonna say I'm building a team. I'm building a shampire. We're doing this, and if you join my team, I'm gonna give you the names and addresses of 10 people who already wanna try samples, and you can send them the samples in your starter kits. You guys, necessity is the mother of invention, and panic is something. I don't know, I'll come up with a quote for that later. But that's why I started building a team, was because I did something stupid, and it was the only way I knew to fix it. And it was a few months later when I attended my first event that I really caught the vision, and I realized how much I lucked out by joining this company, because I just liked the product. I wanted to make a couple $100 to buy shoes, you know, guilt-free shopping. And I ended up finding a brand that just perfectly aligned with my own values. And I decided to go all in with this. And the reason I think that I have been successful, and you guys, I know you see Instagram, and you see Facebook, and you see the highlight reel, and you see the trips, and you see the beautiful people in my team, and like, you see all the good. You don't see that, like, guys, it is a roller coaster. And I skyrocketed in the beginning, and I came crashing down, and then I built it back up, and I came down again, and stuff happens. It's a people business, and it is not all rainbows and unicorns every day. It is a simple business. It is not an easy business, but it is 100% worth it. When we were in Cancun last weekend, I was there with 25 girls on my team on this amazing 5-star, ridiculous, spoil us rotten trip. And I said, I'm like, guys, there is nothing else you can do. There is no other job where you can have the flexibility that we have, get paid what we paid, have the perks that we have. Like, it's not out there. It doesn't exist. Like, it is my own life, and sometimes it's hard to believe. So I can imagine what it looks like from like the other side of this phone. For those of you that are watching, being like, what is this girl even talking about? I could never do what she does. Let me tell you why you can do what I do. It's not hard, but it takes commitment, it takes consistency, and it takes not giving a flying crap about what anybody else thinks. And that is the hardest part, because having been in this as long as I have, the number one reason why people either never start or quit too soon is because they're paralyzed by what other people think, or what somebody else says, or someone's passive aggressive Facebook post about them. You guys, you have to get yourself, whether you decide you want to do this business or not, if you take nothing else away from my little rant here this evening, if you take nothing else away, I want you to release yourself from other people's opinions. Like, as Rachel Hollis says, other people's opinions of you are none of your business. Try paying your bills with their opinions and see how far you get. Another thing that I tell my team is not to take advice from someone that you wouldn't trade places with. And that kind of sounds like an ouch, but it's important, because usually if somebody is trying to talk you out of doing something that you think is going to be good for you business-wise, and you're looking to take this risk and do this thing, and they're tearing you down and telling you all the reasons that you're not going to be able to do it, that has so much more to say about them and has to do with them than it does with you. And they're projecting their fears onto you. And maybe they have the best of intentions and they love you and they don't want to see you get hurt or get disappointed or be rejected. Because I will come out with this, guys. You get rejected a ton in this business. You get told no way more than you get told yes. So you have to know going in that you're going to make the decision to not worry about what anybody else is going to think. That you're going to be consistent. And the things you need to be consistent with is your social media, networking and meeting new people, and having events. That is how I built my business, and the people that I see really being successful in this industry and in this company, that is what they do. I think people a lot of times are looking for some magic bullet or some shortcut, and really when it comes down to it, you have to be consistent. You have to talk to people. You have to constantly be expanding your network, because if you think that you are going to become you're going to make a six-figure business off of your friends and family, you're not. Your network right now might help you get started. If you're lucky, they will help you get started. They might be able to introduce you to people who are going to be runners and business partners and customers. But guys, you cannot expect to not grow and network and build a business like this. So I want you to know that going in, that you can have fun and you can dabble. And it's a low buy-in. There are no quotas. There are no minimums. You can do as much or as little with this as you want. But if you're watching this because you're like, this girl makes what? She gets to travel where? She drives a Cadillac? She sells shampoo? Are you freaking kidding me? Guys, when we bought, so let me back up a minute. About a year and a half ago, we bought a second home in Florida. And I'm not telling you this to be like, I have two houses. That's not what this is about. Our family, all of our family, my husband's and my family, all live in Florida. We're the only crazy people who live in Rochester, New York, where it is cold and the sun doesn't come out for 8 months. Before this business, we could barely afford plane tickets to see our family. Like, literally all the money, we didn't go on actual vacations. The money went to go to Florida, and we had a free place to stay and we could see our families. It went from that to buying a house. And that's like investment in our retirement. And it's 100% because of this company. and I totally lost my train of thought. But I wouldn't have been able to do those things and generate that kind of income if I was just dabbling, if I was not posting things because I was worried about like what Susie down the street was going to say. And I always pick on Susie. For some reason, that's the name that I use when I talk about anybody. Rachel Hollis picks on Pam. I pick on Susie. If your name is Susie, I apologize. You're probably a lovely person. But yeah, so that's the thing, is you have to treat it like a business if you want to be at the top. If you want to dabble and play around, you can do whatever you want. And there's room for everybody. And the thing that I really like about the culture of this company is that we kind of love everybody the same. And if you just want the culture, if you just want the community, if you just want the friendships, great, come hang out with us. If you want to make a couple $100s, if you want to make a couple $1,000s, if you want to make tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, guys, we've got people making 7 figures a year, and some of them are my friends. And it's a really unique perspective having been in the company as long as I have, because I've all these people who are now like Monat famous and are at the top of the company and $1 Million Club. Like, I knew them when they couldn't pay their bills. These are regular people. I know they don't like look like regular people now, but I swear we're regular people who just like took a chance on some startup direct sales hair care company. I mean, how ridiculous. How ridiculous that this is what I do as a job. But you know what? It is the most freaking amazing shampoo. We just launched skincare, which sold out in like 5 minutes. And I can't imagine what my life would be like if I didn't say yes to this. So if you're curious, if you're thinking like, I want to give this a shot, guys, try it. Give it a shot. Like, literally the worst thing that can happen is you get a box of hair care products and you don't make any money, but your hair looks really good. Like, that's the worst case scenario. And the best case scenario is it could completely change your life. Like, I don't recognize my life anymore. And it's 100% because of this company and the opportunities I've had because of this company and the personal growth that I've had to do because of this company. It comes with so much more. And yes, it is a very viable business. It is a lucrative compensation plan. You guys, this company is so solid. And I'm gonna actually read off this brochure for like 2.5 minutes now that I talked about myself for 24. But the mission of Monat is to help people everywhere enjoy beautiful, healthy, fulfilling lives through our exceptional, naturally based products, a fun and rewarding business opportunity, and a culture of family, service, and gratitude. Like, that is us in a nutshell. And I can attest to all of that. When we were in Mexico, we partnered with an organization that helps young adults with special needs. And they have 2 different divisions. They have a bakery, and then they make piñatas for kids' birthday parties. And they let us help make the piñatas. And I helped make a piñata that had magical unicorns on it, of course. I laughed so hard when I saw that was the like materials they were bringing over. But that's just like this tiny little peek as to the heart of this company and the people in this company. If you were scrolling in this event page earlier today, I posted a picture of all of us in these t-shirts with rainbows on them. And all of us that were wearing those t-shirts helped raise almost $400,000 in 4 months. And we fully funded 4 compassion centers in South America, 1 in Ecuador and 3 in Colombia. And that's not the company, that's us. Because they really empower and encourage us to use this business and this platform and our success to make a difference and to make an impact. When we were in Columbus in September at our national convention, you would think when you've got, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a sales company, right? We're trying to sell shampoo, we're trying to sell skincare, it's a sales business. You think the message would be like, get out there and sell the things, make your sales higher than they were last year. And the message was, use this business as a platform to make an impact on this world and go back to your communities and do something good. If you're doing events for your business, how can you incorporate gratitude and helping that community? Like, what can you and your team do to make an impact? Like, that was the message. That's the company that I'm with. That's why I'm so passionate about this, because it's not just great products, and the products are great, and they're gluten-free, and they're vegan, and they're Leaping Bunny certified, and they don't have any parabens or cyclic silicones or phthalates. I think that's how you say that. SLS, microbeads, harmful colors, harmful fragrances, none of the crap. And they're everything about the brand, from how they are about their ingredients to the way that they treat us, is just next level. And just to give you an idea as to how massive this company has gotten, when I started, there were 4,000 reps in the company. When we were in Vegas in the spring, there were 4,000 people on an incentive trip to Vegas. And I just looked around the pool at MGM, and I was like, this is how many people were in the company when I started. Look at this. We ship over 1 million units a month. We've done over 1 billion in cumulative sales. We have 1.3 million VIP customers. So that's important, because we're a customer-centric business. So it's not, I think people have a lot of misconceptions about MLMs and direct sales, and that it's all about front-loading reps with product, and that everybody's a rep and recruiting and there's no customers. That is the complete opposite of what we do. So we are customer focused, and we have a product that ships directly to the consumer, and the reps aren't the ones with the inventory. So some companies, when they give you their sales numbers, those aren't really sales numbers. Half of that is sitting in somebody's basement. Our numbers are actually sales, because it's going to the people who are buying the shampoo, if that makes sense. We're dermatologist approved. All of our products are developed by expert scientists, backed by our world-renowned scientific advisory board. All our technology is next level. We've got proprietary formulas, which is really important because it means nobody else has them. And everything is done in-house: research, development, manufacturing, distribution. We're family owned and operated. We're based in the US, and we are part of a huge growing market segment globally. So beauty and personal care products globally are projected to reach $716 billion US dollars by 2025. So talk about just crazy growth. Right now we're in US, Canada, and the UK. We just began pre-launch in Ireland and Poland, and we're going to continue launching countries in Europe. So when you think about joining a company and you think about timing, it doesn't get any better than this. I mean, global expansion, new product launch, profit sharing opportunities. So depending on where you're located, if you're in North America, you can be part of the emerging founders pool and be able to earn shares in the future growth of the North American market. If you're in Ireland or Poland, you can earn shares in the European market, all of Europe, not just Ireland or Poland, but as we continue to launch countries in Europe, you can have a piece of that too. And any of these things that I am talking about, feel free to send me a message or post in this event page, and I will make sure everybody's questions get answered. I'm completely incapable of reading the chat roll while I talk, or the few times I've glanced at it, you've seen I've totally lost my train of thought. So I will make sure that your questions get answered. But it is just a huge opportunity. Right now, our products are in 3 main categories. Those are going to continue to expand. We're in hair care, skin care, and pet. And all of our products are plant-derived, focusing on healthy aging. And if you want I'm not going to get into all the different ingredients and proprietary blends and things that we use, but we're talking cold press essential oils, Capixyl, Procataline, Crotasorb, natural fruit acids. We have our own exclusive peptides. We use plant-based stem cell technology in our skincare that is freaking bananas. Will blow your mind. It's so cool and nerdy and sciencey, and it's oh my gosh, can't believe we can do that. even our hair care, we've got a plant-based keratin alternative. So we've got really exciting new technology that is naturally based but also works. So you don't have to compromise like the efficacy of the product for the non-toxicness of it. But basically the choice is yours. I mean, you really got 4 options. You can do nothing and be like, I cannot believe I just wasted a half an hour of my life watching this woman. If I even like seeing the word Monat, I'll throw up in my mouth and die. Sorry, good luck, wish you the best. And if you don't want to use Monat, like just pay attention to your labels, because there's lots of crap and things that we use. And I hate to admit it, but like I never paid attention. I paid attention to what I ate, but I didn't pay attention to what was in the products I was using. And I've become a lot more informed since partnering with this company. So just, there's your blessing. You can tune out now. You can become a retail customer, pay full price, pay shipping, that's your jam. You can, although you can get a discount. You can get a discount as retail now, because we launched this new discount program where the more you spend, the more you save. But if you really think like, okay, I'm not interested in the business because I don't want to do the things Jenny said I have to do to be successful, I'd rather just have pretty hair, then you should be a VIP customer, because how that works is it's a one-time $20 fee, and you get 15% off, you get free shipping. When you refer people, they get 20, you get 20, you get free presents. There's actually a great sale going on right now with advanced hydrating shampoo conditioner. You get to pick a mask, and you get a Hydro Flask for $75. And if you're a new VIP, you also get a free hair gel. So that's the option. And then the last option is joining my team and doing this with me and saying like, she's a hot mess. I just watched that video, and if she can do this, I can do this, and I'm going to give it a shot. And I'm going to not worry about what other people think. And I'm going to take a step forward in creating the life that I've always dreamed of, because you know what? You deserve it. Whether it's this, or if this is like a stepping stone to help you find your thing, whatever it is, you need to find your thing, because the life is too short. And I don't think I realized it until I really found something that lit me up inside. I mean, I wake up excited every day. I love my team. Like the women that I get, and men, sorry guys. But the mostly women and a few men that I get to work with are some of the most amazing people. They encourage me to be better. They inspire me. They are just such amazing, giving servant leaders, and I'm so lucky that I get to work with them. And I feel the same way about our corporate staff. I mean, these are the epitome of people who lead by example, and who are so interested in making a difference for people. Because at the end of the day, that's really what we do. We want to help people feel good about what they're putting on their body. We want them to feel more confident in their own skin, and embrace aging in a healthy way, but still like feel good. And we want to help people better their circumstances financially through this business opportunity. I mean, that's the nuts and bolts of what we do. And maybe it's for you, and maybe it's not, but if there's a small part of you who thinks it could be, give it a shot. But you can't give it a shot for like 7 days and then be like, oh, it didn't work, and my sister-in-law says that it's not good. I'm not gonna eat, so I can't do it because she's gonna tell everybody it's not good. So I tried. No, that's not trying. You need to try. You need to actually try this business. Be coachable. There's so much support. Our team is just absolutely amazing, and you have access to me and then all the leaders on our team, and it's so many amazing personalities from all over. I mean, our team spans from Hawaii to the United Kingdom and Ireland now. So right, I'm trying to get in Poland. Who's in Poland? Come on, I'm ready to launch Poland. I will go over there this summer. Let's do this. But I just really encourage you to give this a shot, because I know for me, it's the best thing that I've ever done. And I know it could be that for you too.